So I'm back in the garage, and COVID Warrior asked in response to my last video, so the drillers were not expecting Saudi Arabia and Russia surge and overproduce to increase cash flow. Not exactly. There was a couple of things going on in 2018 and 2019 that we hadn't seen before in history. You see, in June of 2018, President Trump threatened Saudi Arabia in front of the UN. He told them if they did not increase oil production to lower our prices, that he was going to pull back all of our defenses against their oil and gas resources. In addition to that, the oil and gas industry was the most leveraged it had ever been in history. A lot of companies took on a lot of high-interest debt to finance the shale revolution. So when producers in the U.S. realized that Donald Trump had manipulated the market exactly a month before a midterm election and upended the whole global oil and gas market by threatening our allies, they were a little uneasy because they knew that right there would piss off Russia and start a global oil war. You see, there's a lot of economies around the world that depend on oil. And when they see a sitting U.S. president manipulate a market for his own personal gain, it pisses them the fuck off. So when Saudi Arabia increased production, Russia said, okay, motherfucker, we'll increase production too. And then you have U.S. producers sitting there going, holy shit, we don't know what's about to happen. And we have all of this high interest debt to pay. So the instability in the market due to Donald Trump and coupling that with high interest debt to pay, they increased output like crazy because they had to pay that debt off. And anyone with any remedial economic classes knows how these things can domino. And another commenter on that video said that I needed to look at oil companies' balance sheets before I start talking about them going broke, as if it didn't happen. So just to be clear, over 100 oil companies in the United States went broke. That was before COVID. And while many of the oil companies that survived showed really good profits, any accountant worth their salt knows that that's not accurate. So when they come out and say, hey, we made $4 billion in EBITDA. Yeah, but that doesn't show the debt that you owe. That doesn't show the money you borrowed to make that $4 billion. I mean, they got to show the $4 billion in profit to keep their stock up. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to tell you how much debt they have. So to answer your question, they were scared shitless and they owed a shitload of money.